Hey guys, Evan Dan here. In this video, I'm going to talk about Facebook rules. How Facebook rules is going to make your life easier, especially when you're dealing hundreds and hundreds of ad sets or campaigns every single day and day in, day out. Alright, so what we do, what we always do, with some of our ad sets or most of our ad sets, we put in basic rules for scaling as well as for scaling down. Alright, so how do you go to set Facebook rules? Is inside the campaign or the ad sets. Normally we do it within the ad sets, right? The ad sets level, because only at the ad set level where you can adjust the budgets daily using Facebook rules. All right. So go ahead. Let's say for example, click. Choose let's say choose all the ad sets within the entire campaign and click on rules and create a new rule. All right. So over here it says it will apply the rule to the 6 ad sets. So what is the action do you want the automation to do? So do you want them to automatically turn off the ad sets, or do you want to adjust the budget, or so and so forth? Alright, so for the most commonly used one will be adjust budget. Of course you can add in turn off ad sets. For example, if there's no sales or your CPA is above a certain amount, then you switch it off. Alright, but the most commonly used will be either increasing the daily budget or decreasing the daily budget. Alright, so let's go ahead and set an example. Alright, so for example, I want to decrease the daily budget. Alright, okay. Let's say I would like to decrease the daily budget by 15%. The lowest I want to go is $5. So no ad sets will go below $5 using this Facebook rule. Okay. So action frequently will be once daily. All right. So as we have mentioned previously, we always want to only adjust the budget daily, even if it's by Facebook rules using the automation. We want to only adjust it by day, once per day, daily. All right. Unless it's a manual budget, manual bidding, then you like to maybe once hourly or once so and so forth. Okay, so the most common one commonly used will be cost per result, right? The result is generally, as an e-commerce store, will be your cost per purchase, or the CPA, cost per action, will be the purchase. Okay, so let's say if you want to decrease your daily budget, if your cost per result is greater than, say, let's say you're selling a $60 item. Okay, so let's say your cost price is $20, so you need to have at least room for profits, right? So let's say you're spending $30 to acquire a customer, and you spend another $20 on, say, your ads on your cost price, so you left with $10 of profit, right? So anything above that you want to switch it off, because it's not very profitable anymore. I mean, you don't want to spend that much and just get like minimum profit. So say you're selling a $60 item and your cost price is $20, so you do not want anything your cost per CPA to be above $40, because anything higher than that you'll be getting less than a $10 profit, which is very, very not viable and very not good. I mean, it's simple, right? It's simple math. You want to be making more profits and not low profits. So just go ahead. So simply said, if the CPA is above $40, all right, it will automatically, reduce the budget. All right, reduce the budget by 15%. Okay, so the time range, it's up to you. All right, so normally it's either you put as yesterday or maybe over the last 3 days. All right, so Facebook will look at the last 3 days, and if your CPA is above $3, it will decrease the daily budget by 15%. All right, so we don't really want to put yesterday, because as we mentioned before, you don't really want to move the budgets way too much, because sometimes it's a little bit unstable. One day it's good, one day it's bad. So if, say, one day suddenly is very performing and the next day is suddenly very bad, you don't panic and straight away decrease the budget immediately. So it's good to put over the last 3 days, or maybe even the last 7 days. Okay, so over here, so what this Facebook rule will do basically, so just give it a quick name, decrease budget rule. Okay, you can even apply this to your entire ad account, right? So just choose all the campaigns, and then under the ad set level, choose all the ad sets, and it will easily just apply to all of your ad sets in your entire ad account. Okay, so just go ahead, click create. All right, and right away your rule is created. that starting from the next day, Facebook will start implementing this rule, and if it using its computer, it detects anything that's within your rule, it will implement that rule. All right. So let's just go ahead and check out manage rules. Okay. So you can easily add a lot more rules in here, right? So over here is where you can see all of your rules, all right? So anytime you want to delete one of the rule here, you can go ahead and delete and maybe update it with a new one. You can add in increase the daily budget by 20% if your CPA is below $10. So let's say you're selling something that's $50 or $60 and your CPA is below $10. It's wonderful. Of course, you do not really want to put too much automation on the increasing budget side, because sometimes it requires a lot of human touch on it. So let's say suddenly it's doing very well and you want to scale more aggressively. So a computer doesn't have that sense of adjusting it more aggressively, right? So it still requires the human touch, especially during the scaling part, all right? So decreasing budget, it's very, very easy to put it in here and let the computer do the work for you. So every day in, day out, either you or your media buyer don't have to go through hundreds of ad sets to make sure that all the bad ad sets are decreasing. You have to decrease the budget manually, all right? So that's all for this video. Go ahead and implement some of the Facebook rules to make your life so much easier within Ads Manager. All right, I'll see you in the next video.